is all done, you want to integrate it into the presentation using PowerPoint. So for PowerPoint, you want CISA 340.
Yeah, but I don't want to use PowerPoint. I just want to use any program available on the market.
Yeah, this part will only work with the image. Okay, how you want to utilize the image after that is entirely up to you. You can put it on the website, you can print it out, that's entirely up to you.
So what kind of class is that? It's just put slide photos. It's not like a montage, like a one.
Oh, this can do anything. Photoshop can do just about anything you might want to do with a picture. Yeah. For those of you who don't want to pay for CS5 and want to learn this by yourself, a comparable product, in my opinion, comparable, is called the GIMP, GIMP. So let me just point you to the GIMP website. This is a GIMP, and it includes screenshots. I think the screenshots usually are pretty good in illustrating what you can do with it. I'll just kind of briefly describe what you can do with the GIMP and also Photoshop. You can change colors pretty easily, for one thing. How many times do you take a picture and then you realize the horizon or the horizontal line is off? You kind of took the picture tilted. Okay, you can fix it with the GIMP. You can actually do rotation and fix it. Sometimes you can also use the sharpening tool of the GIMP and make the picture appear sharper. Okay, it doesn't really make it sharper. It just makes it appear to be sharper, because you cannot gain information after the fact. After you take a picture, but you can make better use of the information already captured in the image file. You can use it to. The GIMP can also work with raw formats from most digital cameras. So you can actually tweak the lighting level, and you can tweak a lot of stuff using the GIMP. Photoshop is the proprietary or the commercial version of photo editing software, but it's expensive. The GIMP is, once again, free. It is open source, so you can download it, try it out. If you don't like it, just remove it. Yep.
Programs online, both the Creative Suite, Photoshop, and GIMP, and I can say that the only difference between them is that GIMP is a little bit more difficult to find all the same features, but the fact that it has to improve a lot.
Right. So once you know how to find those features, you already know, so that becomes a non-issue once you get used to it. But it's not lacking a lot of features that is in the Photoshop. I use the GIMP, and also Inkscape. Those two are complementary to each other, because what you can do is you can use the GIMP to process an image, and then you put it inside Inkscape as a portion of the bitmap. Inkscape also has an ability to change an image and what we call vectorize it. Okay, so once you vectorize an image, then you can blow it up, as big as you want, and it will still preserve, the features. Yep, go ahead.
One of the differences I found with GIMP is it has a function to, it has like preloaded banner designs.
Yes.
As opposed to Photoshop not having them.
Yeah, Photoshop probably has other things built into it, but if I go to graphics and I go to the GIMP, which stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program, which is a very obscure name, and that's why most people just call it the GIMP.
So you upload your photos into this, or you?
There are several ways to do it. I mean, if you know where your picture is, so let me go look for a picture of. Oh, I know what I'm looking for. What I want to look for is a Scion FRS. Yeah. So we go to images and we look for a kind of higher resolution version of this.
My friend has one of those. It's pretty cool.
Sorry?
His friend has one of those. It's pretty cool.
Oh. Yeah, I checked it out already. The back seat is not quite big enough even for my kids. Even though I'm short and I can pull the seat, the front seat kind of all the way, to the front, there still wasn't enough space, in the back, so I cannot buy this car. All right, so I'll go and do a right click here, copy link address. So you don't even have to download it and then put it into the GIMP. So I'll go back to the GIMP here. I go to, come on, give me the focus. All right, file, open location instead of file, open file. So I put in the URL of the image. That's probably not going to work because it's not the actual image of the. It's not the URL of the image. Okay, click that first.
Put like view image.
Sorry.
Right click and select view image.
Open image in new tab. Now we can do it. So copy that into the GIMP. I must have done something to this. It's staying on top all the time. Open location. Put in the URL of the image. Click open. It still don't want to do it. All right. Technical difficulty. Okay. So you just have to do it the last
Maybe
way.
you save the picture first and then
Yeah,
open
but
it.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid having to do that. Okay, now I saved it. Go back to the GIMP. File, open.
Well, when class is over, you can just delete it. No worries.
All right, so now I have the image here. I can do all kinds of processing with it. So let's see here. Okay, we'll go ahead and zoom in to a portion. So we'll just kind of look at the rim here. I can go to filters, enhance, go to unsharp mask, which is a very misleading name because unsharp mask actually sharpens the image. So I can now go to this portion. So I'm just going to click OK, using the default settings. Oops. Did it apply it? Let's see. Yep, I think it applied it. Do you see the difference? Okay, Control Z versus Control Y. Control Y, this is the sharpened version, and then Control Z, this is the unsharpened version. A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I can also, just crop out certain portions of a picture. Okay, so there's a cropping tool. There are several cropping tools. This one is really kind of just rectangular. If you take a picture and only a portion of the picture, a rectangular portion, you want to keep because the rest is kind of distracting and you want to get rid of it, this will be a good cropping tool for that. Just a rectangular cropping tool. But there are other types of cropping tool as well. This is a kind of like a freehand cropping tool, where you can just kind of, define the area of where you want to crop. This is kind of like a magic tool. I think I may not intend to do it. I think I want the other tool.
Yeah, lasso.
Yep. Ah, go away. How do I stop the?
Just click on another tool.
There we go. The lasso. There we go. So this one, allows you to really specify the portion of the picture that you want. And then you can just take that part out, and then you can put it, to some other place. So you can take a picture of. I can take. I don't want to talk about your car. I can take a picture of my really beat up 2005 Honda Civic Hybrid, and I can paste these rims, this particular wheel and rim, onto my car, so it looks kind of cool. Okay. Yeah. But you can do all sorts of things. We talked about winter season cards that you send to your friends, just to let people know that you're still alive. So one year I did the same thing, with my family. I took a family picture, but my house is always cluttered. So the background is like, I'm not so sure about the background. So what I did was I used this tool to crop out the people, and then I drew a magic carpet. So the family was sitting on the magic carpet, and then I drew all the other stuff on the picture, and it became the greeting card for that particular year. So you can do all kinds of stuff. One other thing you can really do is, let's say you're into flowers, okay, horticulture or gardening and stuff like that. So you take a picture of, a flower or vegetable, whatever you want to take in your garden, and the background is just distracting. You got all sorts of stuff in the background. What you can do is use this tool to select the thing that you want people to pay attention to, and then you invert the selection, so it would be selecting the rest of your backyard. And then you use the blur tool to artificially blur out everything else. then it will be less distracting. Now, if you want it to be even, if you want the thing that you want to stand out even more, you can blur out the background and then also change the color saturation, decrease the color saturation of the background. So it's not quite black and white, but it's kind of muted. Okay, it's kind of like closer to grayscale than it is to color. So with the blur effect and also the lowering of the color saturation, whatever you selected originally really stands out. And you can do that with everyday pictures. All right, so yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you can run any everyday picture through to change levels really quick, change the saturation and brightness, and it'll take like 5 seconds to make everything way better.
Yep, exactly. So all of these are very useful tools. If anyone is kind of interested in how to use these particular tools, and you want me to work on one of your pictures, and you don't mind me showing the class your picture, we can do it. Okay, as long as it's not offensive. Okay, I don't want to do anything that's offensive in this class. All right, I'll see you guys on Thursday, and don't forget the homework. You would need a petition form at this point, so you'll go ahead and go to the admission and records office and get a petition form. So this is the road today, and I think these people are dropping out. They're not coming back. And where are you on this? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and add. Yeah, just go get the petition form. The dean has said that he will sign petition forms all the way up to the 4th week, so we are still good.
Okay. I had actually 2 questions. Did you say you're running an operating system off your USB drive?
Yes.
Okay. Which
I'm using the Debian distribution, but I make that ISO myself.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's a custom ISO. You can download it too. It's on the Power server.
Okay. I've got one.
Okay.
On my flash drive. It's super slow. It's like horribly slow. I don't know why. But no, my other question, my name's crossed out.
Your name is crossed out. That means you might have missed 2 classes already as far as regular is concerned.
I may
So
have.
you are Joseph?
Yeah.
Okay. So your name is parsed out, and you're still enrolled in the class?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just check back here. Yeah, so you don't want to miss,
Yeah,
more than 2
I
classes.
understand.
That would be- You just okay. So if stuff came up, you have to let me know what came up, and I can excuse you if it's inexcusable. Okay.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I wasn't sure about what you were saying about the homework for the iCloud and sending it to we're sending it to the homework.
Yeah, for the homework,
You get all different flavors and stuff. About one.
I guess I didn't have time to cover it.
Bottles, I think,
Guess what? I'll just postpone the homework assignment since I didn't get time to get through the cloud apps. So don't worry about it. I'll talk about it on Thursday.
Don't worry about the homework?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll reassign it on Thursday because I didn't quite get to the cloud app part.
Okay, thank you.
I would say you should be able to.